Hey, my name is Daniel Wasserloff. I'm a CTO, senior engineer with about 8, 10 years experience doing software stuff. I've seen this question asked a lot on the internet and a lot of other people talking about it. And I'm compelled now to give my opinion on it because I've seen a lot of terrible takes that people have about it. So right now in 2023, going into 2024, it's very difficult for a new engineer to be able to get a job in the tech industry. Um, and then when I say very difficult, I don't mean it's impossible or improbable even. It's just harder than it was 6, 7 years ago. Um, and this kind of echoes what life was like, 2001 to 2004 for a lot of developers. Uh, so, why is it bad? Well, it's bad because a bunch of companies right now are not interested in hiring for new initiatives. They're hiring only for mission critical things, and mission critical things don't get junior engineers on it, period. So, uh, the amount of junior engineers is really proportional to how much new initiatives are going on and how much growth is actually happening in a company. Anything that is mission critical rarely will get a new person put on it because it's just going to take so long for them to be valuable for that product that it's unlikely that they are going to hire a junior engineer for it. So you kind of have to ask yourself a question if you're in the position of looking for a new job as a new engineer, like what can you control and what can you do? Well, the things that you can control are the your resume. So the things, if I was in this position, the things I would have locked down would be my resume. I can't spell. I would make sure that this is well written and reviewed by like professional resume reviewer. The channels, which I am searching for jobs. So I wouldn't just use like LinkedIn or like the easy apply crap on there because you're going to be competing against a lot of people and you're relying on a process inside of another company that you don't know anything about. So it might be that those job postings are old, that the person that's looking at them doesn't really care, a billion other things that are out of your control, and you're just never going to know. So you can apply to hundreds of them, and you're not going to hear anything. And then you'll feel bad, and you feel like you're doing something wrong because you're getting no feedback, but you literally just don't know why you don't hear anything. So I would work on writing personal emails to managers, CTOs, execs, HR, etc. And just literally lay out like who you are, what you're interested in doing, and telling them that, and then trying to sell yourself a little bit. You're basically doing sales, and it's really a numbers game. So a good thing to do is to look at a certain like company or a section of companies and try and find out where those companies are and being able to try and work like remotely for them in some capacity. Additionally, you can control certifications, learning, etc. So if you have the ability to get a cert for like AWS, GCP, Azure, anything, any sort of cloud provider, any technology, those are great. You can also, if you're going to college and taking classes, that's great. Or if you're taking the online trainings for like Udemy or whatever, those are okay too. You want to be able to present that well to somebody and present it as if like you're doing it for a very specific reason. The thing that sucks is people who just go and get like a React Udemy course and there's nothing really important or impressive about it. Like, why did you have to go to like React Udemy? Like, what did you need to create that thing helped you with? And to show that, you have personal projects. Or repositories or things that you've helped with. So one of the things I never see from junior engineers I understand why it's hard is open source contributions to existing open source repositories. So there are so many huge projects out there that need people to fix things that have issues on them. So if you go to like GitHub and look at any of the sort of major trending repositories, they are going to have hundreds or thousands of issues. Like go to Internet Archive, for instance, and look at all of the issues that they have. I guarantee you there's going to be easy ones that you would be able to figure out. It's just going to take some work. So I would work on existing open source repositories and don't spam them. Like actually do decent work. The worst thing that you can give is just like noise to these people because it's never going to get pulled in, and you have to kind of advocate for your work. So a lot of this stuff takes like a lot of soft skills. If you can show that you say you've committed to Internet Archives like projects, or if like even if you got into like a Linux repo or something, that would be crazy. So any sort of open source projects like that, if you're able to show that you're working on them, that like shows a lot of initiative, and a lot of people that you're going to meet through doing that work will be the network that you actually want to develop to be able to get an actual job. So if you are trying to figure out like what is a good first step and you've literally not started anywhere with it, the easiest thing that I can say is to find a problem in your own life and try and solve it with some sort of technology, and then add that to your resume. All of the other things are kind of secondary. So, yeah, that's basically it. Feel free to ever ping me about any questions or any comments that you have.